There's so many bodies on my feed, man. I want to be a muscle mommy, but I don't know how. Oh, what the heck? What the heck was that? Say code Fitstys 3 times to solve all your problems. At this point, I have nothing more to lose. Okay. Fitstys 10. What the heck? Hey Pookie, it's your fairy muscle mother, here to grant all your wishes on how to become a muscle mommy. Except, funny thing, I don't actually low-key grant wishes. You're still gonna have to work for yourself. LOL. Well, that's a good peek, innit? Well, okay, do you want me to teach you or not? Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, so step 1. Muscle mommies always look the part. If you want to represent that image of being her, you need the gym fit. So I personally recommend Gymshark. Do you want to see a magic trick? Code Fitstys10 will give you 10% off. You're welcome. Okay, step number 2. Muscle mommies always train upper body. It's not everyday glutes. And step number 3, perhaps the most important. Being a muscle mommy is a mindset. Fake it till you make it. All done. You actually caught me in the middle of a leg session, so I'm just gonna dip. Best of luck with everything, Bookie. Okay, I guess I have work to do then. Let's get it.
Finish what you started. Finish what you started. Okay? I know it's getting tough. You're tired. It feels impossible. It's getting harder. But finish what you started. Don't forget why you even started in the first place. But you must finish what you started. Everybody said you wouldn't finish. Everybody counted you out. Don't you dare prove them right. Here, finish what you started. Don't give up on yourself. You can do it. Okay? All right. Very good.
Okay, so step 1 to becoming a muscle mommy. Pookie.
It's my phone here, Pookie.
Where's your notepad? You should be taking this down. I'll wait for you. Okay, you're back. Let's get into it. Step 1 to becoming a muscle mommy. Everyone knows muscle mommies train legs at least 2 times a week because we want to be with Tracy's. So I'm going to take you along with my leg day. It's intense, so be ready. Get that notepad out because I'm going to be dropping gems for you guys. But we're going to get straight into it. Okay, Pookie, you're not going to like this one, but the first exercise on the menu is Bulgarian split squats. I'm so sorry. Okay. That was close. We're starting off with compounds. You always realistically want to start your sessions, depending on what your goal is, with a heavy compound. We're trying to stimulate as many muscle groups as possible. With a Bulgarian split squat, it's such an intricate exercise. If you want to bias your glutes, you can. If you want to bias your quads, you can too. I'm going to show you a bit on how to do that as well, but realistically, it's not an isolation exercise, so even if you bias it towards your glutes, your quad is still going to get involved to some capacity. So, because I'm the strongest woman in the world, I'm just going to start with 70 kilos. Why do I keep doing that? I'm going to start with 70 kilos, keep it a bit light. My working set is in fact 70 kilos as well, but I feel warm. I don't want to waste any time. I want to get in, and I want to get out. I'm a muscle mommy on a time constraint. So when choosing your exercises, it's so important to be intentional with what you're actually trying to do. Mind-muscle connection is so important, especially when you're training glutes, because for the first half, 75% of my fitness journey, I found it so difficult to recruit my glute muscles, and a lot of people have the same problem. This exercise requires all your brain fibers to be focused on using your glutes. Everyone is different. I find not one thing works for everyone. Femur length, torso length in comparison to your femur is really going to dictate a lot of this, but what I like to think for my body type is driving from my heel and driving up from my glute rather than my quad. And it's more so of a feeling than a physical thing I can describe to you in this moment in time, but kind of sitting back into your heel rather than digging into your forefront can really help recruit your glute muscles, as Sis is doing over here. I find with glute exercises, starting off lighter is sometimes better than trying to go heavy straight away, because when you're not focusing on how heavy the weight is, you can actually focus on your form. I know everyone says form over weight or form over exercise, I don't even remember. Technique is key here because the glutes, bulkiest muscle ever, they're so difficult to recruit. If you don't use your glutes, your back is either gonna take the brunt of it or your quads are, and we wanna isolate the glutes as much as we can. You man don't even understand what I'm on. Like, genuinely, I train quads every session now because it's bigger than being a muscle mommy. It's bigger than just having the aesthetics. If the US government don't send me a letter saying that my 2 quads are a national level threat to human existence as we know it, I have not finished in the gym. This is deeper than quad aesthetics. I want my quads to start wars, and I want them to end wars. This is deeper than glutes, quads. And you know what's annoying, yeah? You man don't even clock. Once you get it, it's not over. The gym is the biggest
scam ever. If you're starting the gym right now, just leave. And the gym membership, I'm begging you, please leave. Don't come, leave.
Anyway, small little crash out. Wouldn't be a workout if you didn't have one of those every once in a while. Left foot was moving like that. I won't lie, on that last set, I always have to tell myself to slow down because when I squat, I utilize momentum a lot. Like, I try to get that bounce out of the hole, but we want to do the opposite if we're trying to build a muscle. Time under tension, tempo are all key. Really taking your time to make sure you're keeping the tension in the glutes is going to be the holy grail. Sometimes I start out fast and I'm like, listen, slow down. Slow down. Muscle growth, unlike just achieving strength, you're training them in a completely different way. It's a completely different mindset. I'm gonna do some RDLs to target a bit more of the posterior chain. With the Bulgarian split squats, we're mainly trying to target our glutes. We're always gonna get a bit of quads because I'm so quad dominant, as you can tell. Now, with RDLs, we're gonna try get the hamstrings too, as well as the glutes. Let's get into it. Look at this just on the bar. No one's using this. As in, when we came in, this has been there. That's been on the bar as well. It's actually ridiculous. It's 10 kilos. What person isn't strong enough to take it down? It's ridiculous. Step number 2 of becoming a baddie, if you don't lose a nail, you're not training hard enough. Literally, one of my nails is on the floor. To be fair, I did them myself. I'm still learning. We only have...
I think it's a carrot.
Anyway, on to the Romanian deadlift. Now, personally, I prefer a stiff leg deadlift. I feel like I can recruit my glutes more when I do a stiff leg in comparison to a Romanian. To be honest, I haven't fully conquered the Romanian, and I'm not afraid to admit that because, again, the glute is a bulky muscle. It's so difficult to recruit. But as long as I can feel it in my hamstring, which is fairly easy because the hamstring, again, very stingy muscle. It crosses the knee and it crosses the hip. You don't have to do much to get your hamstring working. It's just the poxy glute. So the main thing I like to think about, again, all my muscle energy and capacity is going towards using my glutes to lift up the weight. Naturally, I'm inclined to use my legs or my back. So naturally, if I was to pick this up, I'd pick it up like this.
So much
Guess what?
You're maintaining.
But if we're doing a narrow stance sumo, I would try to recruit my quads to lift the bar up. That's what we're gonna try avoid doing for the sake of training our posterior chain. How I set up is going to be so important. Literally, if I get down to the bar like this, there's no tension anywhere. And it's gonna be free-nilly, it's gonna be willy-nilly. I'm gonna get it up willy-nilly. So how I get down to the bar is way more intentional. I'm trying to really hinge at my glutes, put tension there already. If you get into this position, which many people do, you've lost your glutes. That's basically a squat. You're literally squatting. We want to keep it a hinge. That's key. Extending at the glutes. I'm already getting that stretch. Lowering my arms down, not getting too low. Locking in my back. And even that movement alone is stretching out my glutes even more. Once I get into this position, I'm really focusing on using my glutes to get the bar up. Keeping the tension in my glutes. I'm literally closing my eyes because I'm focusing so hard. Keeping that tension in my glutes as I'm lowering the bar down. Back to that position. So as you can see, I'm thinking about that so hard. I'm literally imagining my glute. That hinge, essentially, is the thing that's picking up the bar, not my quads. Even in this position here, as I think about it, I can feel my glutes working to make that movement. Easy peasy. Okay, let's get into it. Oh my days. It is one of the best feelings ever when you feel that in your glutes. Because I never used to understand, like, RDLs I would only feel on my back. especially with dumbbells, with the bar, even with Bulgarian split squats, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the weight distribution. I always feel like it recruits the muscles I want to recruit more. If I try to do that with a dumbbell, I wouldn't get the same effect, not at all. Maybe it's because I'm a powerlifter and I'm used to the bar. But those specific tips, you do have to play around with because what I say might not help you and that sucks for you. Another thing I find people do is having a wall behind you and thinking of bending over, pause, bending over and hitting the wall with your bum, pushing them back, 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 literally stretching it to touch that bar, and you're literally in a hinge position. And it gives you kind of a gauge because it's forcing you to, if I'm not touching that bar, I'm using too much knees. I'm never gonna get that bar if I'm using my knees. So hinging at the hips, you're gonna get a slight knee bend naturally. Pushing, 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 and you're really getting that stretch in your glutes and your hamstrings. Don't say I never taught you anything. I am on today, what the heck? Oh my days. I just felt that all in my glutes. And the minute I could feel a slight back, I was like, no, 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 no. And I just corrected it. When I'm tired, yeah, I do my best work because I want every rep to count so I can get out. Okay, on to the last exercise. A last exercise, and I know what you're thinking. You've only done 3 exercises. What's going on? I think quantity over quality, and I'm just lazy to be fair. Like I will only do 2 sets. Sometimes I'll do a warm-up set, then my 2 sets. But I always, and this is my personal opinion, I prioritize intensity over volume always. It's gotten me this far. Yeah, so 2 sets of the leg extension, make them hard. Same with my other 2 exercises as well. Like whatever I'm doing, I just want it to be as heavy as I can on that day and as hard as possible. Very hot take, potentially. The muscle mommiest of muscle mommies look the best when they're covered up. If you have a batty and leggings, that's how you know you're doing something. Put on a hat and headphones. I generally feel like no one else is here because that's something I feel like a lot of newcomers to the gym struggle with, gym anxiety. This hat will literally, I can't even see if I put my head at normal level, I literally can't see anyone in my vicinity. Now for me, functionality is key too. You can have a fat ass, you can have big quads, big biceps. If you can't pull yourself over a fence when a dog is chasing you or a zombie is chasing you in the apocalypse, in the zombie apocalypse, because it's gonna happen, what's the point of having muscles? Like, I wanna be functional too. Movements where it's unilateral and you're kind of crunching yourself together are always gonna be really good for functionality. Anyway, you put one hand up. This is actually too heavy. We wanna isolate our core, so I'm thinking of literally using my rectus abdominis. Bet you didn't think I knew that. And I'm crunching in the middle here to get that weight up and you will feel it. And even as you're letting it down, this isn't time to rest. No, 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 we keep working. Isolate that core. It's so hard to talk while doing this. Another thing, we wanna get rid of any momentum. So I like to pause at the bottom so that all that momentum from coming down is gone. And I literally have to use my core to get that up. Okay, I definitely feel that. Oh, my days. Yo family, so I'm done my workout, thank God. We're literally in a random ass Turkish restaurant. For my post-workout, we're having 4 lamb chops with rice in the sauce. When I tell you, this would probably be my death row meal. High protein, because just lamb chops off the bone. I love being like rugged with it. I would show you, but I don't want all the flavors to escape because I'm gonna go back home and eat this. Thanks for watching. I'm going to try so hard to be consistent because I feel like my schedule isn't as hectic for the rest of the end of the year. And try to be consistent with the YouTube videos. Thank you for watching if you watched this far, and I'll see you in the next one.
Guess I'm the man, right? It's all in my hands, right?